Hello, hello. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our meeting. Welcome to our session. And my name is Enos Salema, as it reads there on the artwork. And I'm coming to you live from Dar es Salaam, Tanzania. I know we are listening in from different parts of the world, so you're all welcome. And it's great to have you all here. And I hope you're feeling as fantastic as I am. It's a beautiful Friday. And today we're going to have an amazing time together, but not just an amazing time. We're actually going to have a very inspiring time together. We're going to have a very productive time together as we will be sharing and talking to you about an opportunity that can actually transform your life, an opportunity that has actually transformed a lot of people's lives. And I know if you're a guest here, probably somebody invited you to take a look at what we do, to take a look at this opportunity, so that at the end of the day, you can see if it's something that can work for you or not. And I think you're gonna do just that. You're gonna be able to understand it very, very well, such that at the end you'll be able to gauge it and see if it's something that can work for you or not. And I just wanted to start by asking this question. I mean, should you start your own business or not? Should you start your own business or not? I mean, we are all here in a business meeting, and maybe some of you are already in business. Maybe some of you are not yet in business, but you're planning to be in business. And the question that I would like you to ask yourself is, should you own a business or not? And maybe we can also ask ourselves, why is it, what pushes people to start a business? I think it's two major things. Number one is their dreams. There are people who start a business because they have these humongous dreams, and they clearly see that whatever occupation that they're in right now, be it a job or maybe even a business, they clearly see that it's not enough to take them to their dreams. So they say, no, I'm not going to give up on my dreams. I'm going to continue searching. I'm going to look for something extra that I can do that can take me to my dreams. And most of the times, the solution is always a business. But I also know there's so many people start a business because they have challenges. They have life challenges. The income is not enough. Maybe they're employed and they have a loan somewhere, so the salary gets chopped. So what's remaining is not really enough. Maybe the salary is just not enough to get them to support the whole family. You know, we have lots of reasons. Some maybe they got cut from their jobs. Some graduated and never managed to get a job. So then they think about starting a business. So most of the time we are driven into starting a business, either because of the aspirations that we have or because of the desperation that we have. There's something bothering me and I feel like, no, I need to own a business. Maybe I'm tired of being bossed around. Maybe I'm tired of always having to ask for permission when I want to go on a leave. And I feel like, no, I want to own my life a little bit more. Or maybe you're already thinking about having something that you can actually pass on to your generation that follows you, your children and your grandchildren. There are many reasons why people think about starting a business. But if you look at all those reasons, there's one major. There's one major reason which kind of cuts across, and that is money, finances. The biggest reason why most people start their own businesses is because of finances, because they want to increase their income, because they feel they need an additional income, because sometimes they feel they want to maybe start, they want to do some big investments, and they clearly see that, no, the job that I have, the salary is not enough, so I need to establish a new business that can actually add an income to me. So most of the times it's something to do with money. And speaking about money, I want to share with you something that I learned about 13 years ago when I was working for Vodacom. My background is I did computer science. I graduated from the University of Dar es Salaam, and I actually did a lot of businesses as I was studying. And when I graduated, I went to work for Vodacom. When I was working for Vodacom, I read a book by a very famous author, which perhaps a number of you know him, called Robert Kiyosaki. And that book was called Cashflow Quadrant. Cashflow Quadrant. And Robert Kiyosaki on Cashflow Quadrant, he was talking about 4 ways that people use to earn an income, 4 ways to make money. And he talked about the first quadrant, which is the first way is as an employee. So you can make your income as an employee. And there's nothing really wrong about being an employee. It's not like being an employee is a bad thing. No, there's some good sides of being an employee. I mean, when you're employed, you know, you can even kind of cheat around and still get your salary. When you're employed, you have that assurance of that I'm gonna get my salary. When you're employed, you can easily access loans. So there are benefits of being an employee. Let's not just talk bad about being an employee. You can be an employee and you can be very, very happy. And at the same time, there are challenges when you're an employee. Your income is controlled by someone else. Your promotion is controlled by someone else. You can pass on your job. And most of the times, the money you make depends on the time that you put in. It means if you're not there, you're not going to make any money. And somewhere along the way, we'll all have to resign. Either we will be fired, or we'll resign on our own, or we'll have to retire. But somewhere along the way, we'll have to stop working. And if your income depended on a salary 100%, when you get to the time where you actually have to retire, you always face some financial challenges because now your income goes down. Now, when most people are not satisfied with being employees, they shift to be self-employed, which is a second way of generating an income. Now, who is a self-employed person? A self-employed person is someone that's generating an income from a business that he or she owns, and for the business to operate. Now, this is something key that I'm about to mention. For the business to operate, that person is needed there by almost 100%. It means that person is actually owned by the business. That's why we call self-employed. I'm employed by myself. I'm employed by my own business. So when you're self-employed, your income will still be dependent on how much time you put in your business. And that's why you'll find most self-employed business people, they have to work extra hard. I mean, they have no time to have fun. Forget about fun. They also have a big risk, because if anything happens to them, their business goes down the drain. And we've seen that happening a number of times, where someone has worked so hard, built a business, and God forbid something happened to that person, and that business just disappeared in a very short time. Why? The business depended on that individual. And when most people hate employment, they normally go and become self-employed. Now, here's the tricky part. When most people start their own businesses where they are self-employed, they think, or they have the aspirations of one day being a big business owner. The B here stands for a big business owner, which is a third way for you to make an income. Now, why do they aspire to be big business owners? Because they see the benefits that big business owners have. Big business owners have freedom. We see if you go on social media, you see big business owners, having time, going for vacation. So that's the vision that they have. But in order for you to have that freedom, it means you need to have a system. You need to have a system in your business such that your income does not depend on you 100%. Your income has to come from the time and the effort of so many people. If you're in a business and you are the most important person in that business, you are the main person for generating the income in that business, it means you're self-employed. So in order for you to be a big business owner, you need to own a business with a system that enables you to make an income that comes from the time and the effort that's put in by so many people. And now, if you think about all the people that you admire as successful business people, if you think about them, one thing that you realize is almost all of them, they own businesses which enables them to make an income that depends on them plus so many other people. Now, the question comes, how can you become a big business owner? In order for you to be a big business owner, number one, you need, of course, to have a certain product or service that you're offering. But number two, you need to have a system. And number three, which is what misses in most people, is you need to have a team of people that you're working with. And according to Forbes, that team, in order for you to be categorized as a big business owner, that team needs to have about 500 people. So the day I own a company with 500 people in it, I'm a big business owner. The way my business has employed 500 people, I'm a big business owner. Even if you have not employed them, if you have, let's say you have a mobile money investment, and you have got agents, who are through you, whatever they do, those smaller agents around, if they are 500, then you're a big business owner. And then we have the fourth group of people who are called investors. Now, these are people that have most of the times already built big businesses. They've generated massive incomes. So now they're simply investing their money in investments that actually do not require them to put in their time or their effort. They just put the money and the money works for them. So I want you to look at these four categories of people: the employee, the self-employed, the big business owner, and the investor. And the first question that I would like you to ask yourself is, where are you today? I know some of you are like, none. I'm somewhere here on this white space. I'm still studying, bro. I'm somewhere here, Where are you now? But the most important question is not where are you now? The most important question is, where do you want to spend your future? Where do you want to arrive? What's your dream? What's your destination? When I looked at these four quadrants, one thing that I concluded is I want to be a guy on this right hand side and not the left hand side, because on the left hand side, that's where most people are, but that's where the least number of people that are wealthy are on the left hand side. But the 95% of the wealthy people are all on this right hand side, though only few people get to the right hand side. Now the question is, why is it only few people manage to get to the right hand side, although more or less everybody wishes to be on this right hand side of the quadrant? And the answer is very simple. Most people, they fail to find a mechanism that can take them from the left hand side to the right hand side. Let's say today you're working for Zanaco, and then you shift job from Zanaco, you go to MTN, and then you come from MTN, you go to Airtel. You're still on the same quadrant. Or let's say today you start a salon and then you close it, and you say, I'm going to start a boutique, and then you close it. I'm going to start my own personal consulting business. You're still a self-employed. The question is, how do you move to the right hand side? How do you own a business today that has got a system that can enable you to have hundreds of people that contributes to your income? And I don't want to claim to be a genius on how you can move from the left hand side to the right hand side, but actually the same guy who came up with the four quadrants, the same guy wrote two books dedicated to only one thing: teaching people on how you can come from the left hand side to the right hand side. Two books. One is called The Business School, which is actually the first one. And then there's a second one called The Business of the 21st Century. Two books. Both of these books are dedicated to explaining a business model, a business concept that can actually transform you from the left-hand side to the right-hand side. Both these books talk about a model of business that is referred to as network marketing. And I don't know if network marketing is a familiar term to you. Maybe it's something you've heard about, maybe not. I wouldn't really know. But one thing that I can ask you is, have you ever had an opportunity to get concrete information about network marketing from someone that's experienced and someone that has achieved success in it? If you have, then stick around. You're going to get from another person. If not, then this might be the day where you get to really understand what really is behind network marketing. Why is it there are people who are very successful in it, and why is it there are people that are failing at it? What's the difference? But let me tell you a brief of what really network marketing is. Network marketing is simply a new way of helping people. It's a new way of helping people to start their own businesses. Before network marketing, if you had to start a business, you'd have to come up with the idea. You'd have to come up, maybe you have to rent a place. You'd have to come up with a system. You'd have to create the product. You basically have to start everything from scratch. And then somewhere along the way, someone brilliant came with an idea that, hey, why should we all start from scratch? Why don't we create a system whereby we can all work together and still everybody benefits the most? So what happens in network marketing is you get an opportunity to start a business with a very, very low capital. The capital in our business is so small, I cannot even compare with any other business. Now, the reason, the fact that the capital is small is one of the major reasons why so many people fail in network marketing. If you needed $2,000, maybe that's like 30,000 kwacha. I hope I'm getting my numbers correct. If you needed 30,000 kwacha to just get started, I'm telling you, I bet you'd be super serious on that business. But hey, here we are talking about a business here that literally you can start with about $100, which is maybe 1,500 kwacha. I mean, that's how low the capital can be in this business. But another good thing is you will actually be given a system that has been designed in a way that you can just plug into that system, use that system to help you build your business. And on top of that, you will have mentorship from people that have actually gone through what you are going to go through. I was mentored when I got started back in 2007. 2007, I was on my final year at the university, a young 24-year-old, but vibrant boy. I think I was a boy. I was a boy. I was trying out a lot of things, and then I got a call from my sister, and she said, "Enos, just come to town. There are people explaining about this business. Come and take a look." And I went and attended the presentation. And during that time, my life was not tough. I mean, I was just a student doing small businesses here and there, but I had big dreams. And when I thought about the dreams I had, when I thought about the life that I want to live in the future, then I looked at all the businesses that I've ever done. One thing that I saw for a fact is all the businesses that I was doing and the business that I was thinking of doing did not have the potential to take me to my dreams. So that gave me the courage to say, let me jump in. I jumped in, I would say almost blindly. I actually didn't even have the capital. I went borrowed money somewhere. I got into the business. That was January 2007. I started doing the business, and that I was still on my final semester at the university. Then I went to work for Vodacom, but I was not satisfied with my salary. So I continued to build the business part-time, 2 hours a day. I did that way for like 9 months. And in 9 months, the business started paying me over 10 times my salary. So I resigned from Vodacom. Then I went to business full time from 2008. And I thank God I've managed to build an enormously big business operating in multiple countries around the world. And not because I'm this gifted, amazing guy. No, it's just because there is a system, there is mentorship. And another thing which is up to today giving me the courage to remain focused in this business is the fact that I know I have partnered with a company, with a giant company. So you get assurance of the partnership that you're gonna create. So if you're a guest here today and you're taking a look at this opportunity, this is what you should expect. You have an opportunity today to start a business with a very small capital. You'll be given a system that has been proven to work. We're gonna coach you, and above all, you will be partnering, you'll be building your business, under the umbrella of a big, huge company. And we work with a company that's based in the USA, that's called Forever Living Products. We are also called the Aloe Vera Company because we are big when it comes to aloe vera. And Forever is huge. It started way back before I was even born, 1978. That's when it started. And right now it operates over 160 countries. So we are huge. It's a huge company. That's over 40 years of managing to grow, 40 years of really, really doing amazing stuff. And what Forever does is they make high quality products from aloe vera. And they decided to focus on aloe vera because it's a plant that has got amazing benefits. If you have to start a business, you have to think about solving a certain problem. And what Forever concluded or realized is the fact that everybody you meet today is either concerned about their looks or how they feel. So if you can come up with products that will help with people's looks and people's feelings, how to help people feel better inside, or you can help them look better from outside, then definitely you have an assured market. And because of aloe vera, Forever has managed to spread around the world very, very fast. And the quality of the product is very high because, you'll be marketing products that have been approved by almost all the major scientific boards that you can think of, and the fact that we operate in over 160 countries, that alone should give you the confidence. Now let's get back to the business. Let's get back to network marketing. I said a network marketing business is a business that enables you to start your own business under the umbrella of a huge company. So I've talked about the company a bit. Now, how exactly do we build a network marketing business? What exactly is a network marketing business? In normal businesses, the way normal businesses are being done, what happens is you will be given an access to products. And Forever Living Products makes a tremendous range of products. Now, if we were doing this business in a normal way, maybe Forever will take these products and find a big depot in Zambia, put them there and look for wholesalers that can buy and then put them in big wholesale shops, and then hoping those wholesalers will sell to retailers, and then the retailers will sell to the consumers. That's the way normally it could have been done. But instead, you as an individual today, listen closely, you as an individual today, you are given an opportunity to have access to all these groups of products. You are given now an opportunity to buy your products directly from the company. How exactly does that work? Normally in businesses, normally in normal retail business, a product will come from a manufacturer to the depot, to the wholesaler, to the retailer, and then the consumer will buy from the retailer. That's the way normally businesses or distribution is done. Now in Forever, it's different. In Forever, a product will come from the manufacturer, who are the Forever themselves, and then it will come to you direct, and then you'll sell to the consumer directly. Now, by doing this, it means you are already generating an income because you're buying directly from Forever and then you are selling directly to the end consumer. Now, at this point, I want to take you back to the cash flow quadrant, if you remember it. I said we have employees, we have self-employed, we have big business owners, and we have investors. And we all agreed that we want to be big business owners and investors. Now, if you buy a product and sell it, are you a big business owner? No, you're not. You're simply self-employed. Does that mean you won't make money? No, you'll make money. As a matter of fact, in our business, we make huge profits because we are not sharing the profit with anyone. We are buying directly and we are selling directly. In terms of numbers, our profit starts at 17% and it goes all the way to 92%, meaning you can buy products worth 100 kwacha, or let me use 1,000 kwacha. If you buy products worth 1,000 kwacha, this is just for illustration. If you buy products for 1,000 kwacha, when you go and sell them, when you are just getting started, where you get the smallest profit, you get 17% profit, which is 170 kwacha out of every 1,000 kwacha. Now, as you continue to build your business, you'll get to a point where you're getting 92% profit. And I'm super excited because I'm on a 92% profit. It means if I buy products worth 1,000 kwacha, when I go and sell them, I'm going to make a profit of 920 kwacha. Now, I know that's a big money, but you're still self-employed. And we have talked today about the need to shift to the right-hand side of the quadrant where you can be a big business owner. And we say, in order for you to be a big business owner, you need to have a system, you need to have a product, but you must have a team. You must have a team of people. And precisely, you need to build a team of 500 people. Now, you're going to be way richer before you get a team of 500 people. But let me stick to that concept of building a team. Now, by just buying and selling, it means you're working alone. Your income depends on you. If you stop selling, you're not making money, even if you're making a lot of money, but the income depends on you 100%. Now, how do you get to build a team? Now, one thing that Forever realized is that on your own, when the same you who is listening to me, on your own, you can't buy all the products that Forever make, and you can't finish all the customers in Malawi, or you finish all the customers in Zambia. So as a company, as manufacturers, the only way for them to access more people to get more customers is by having more of you, is by having more distributors. Now, instead of them spending money to put adverts, on TV, on radios, billboards in the streets, instead of them spending money that way, they decided to give you an opportunity that, hey, Enos, why don't you bring us somebody else to be our distributor? And then when you bring someone else to be our distributor, because you're the one who brought that person, what we will do, we will register that person as someone that was brought by you. And that means for the rest of that person's life and your life, whenever that person buys anything from Forever, you get a percentage out of that. Now, how cool is that? It means now you start to have two incomes. You have an income that comes from the profit you make when you sell to your customer. That's a self-employment income. And then now you have a second income, which comes from the purchases done by someone else. It means now you're starting to explore the concept of being a big business owner. And that is just one person. What if you bring a second one and a third one? What if those three bring some more? That means you're already now transitioning from being a self-employed into being a big business owner. And you get to decide, really you get to decide. It's not a must to build a big business. With Forever, we have lots of people that are fully taking care of their families just by being self-employed with Forever, marketing the products, making serious profits. I mean, it's exciting. But if you want more, it's possible as well. So why not? Why don't you go? Why don't you share with others what you do? Because when you share with others what you do, it means you're starting to build a team. You're starting to transition into becoming a big business owner, because the people that you've brought in will also want to get the commissions that you're getting. So they will also go and bring some more people. And when they go and bring some more people, you will now start to build a big team. Again, I'm taking you back to the cash flow quadrant. You started marketing the products, you started making money, you're happy, you're excited, the profit is good. So now Forever is saying, why don't you bring other people to do what you're doing? You've brought in more people to do what you're doing. Now you have a team. Now you have an income coming from your profit and an income that comes from the purchases done by your team. And when I really understood this concept, I said, okay, I'm going for it all. I'm going for it all. I'm not just going to market the products, I'm also going to market the opportunity. Whoever that invited you to this meeting is for one major reason. They invited you here so that you can see how this opportunity works. Because that person believes in you, that person believes if you will decide to do this business, it can work for you. Now, whether you'll do it or not, that's a totally different story, but you have the potential to do it. So you have now a choice. Am I just going to do small business, or am I going to go the whole way and build a big business? Now, the good thing is we have an amazing range of products. We've got aloe vera drinks. The drinks you're seeing there, they contribute about 50% of the company's income, because almost everybody that you meet today wants their health to improve. Everybody that you meet today understands the health challenges that we're getting right now. I mean, this baby here, the yellow bottle right here, aloe vera gel, this is my favorite product, and I take this almost every day, and it's the number one selling product in Forever. Why? Because first of all, it's very good for cleansing your digestive system. So for people who have issues with constipation, that's a good product. There are people who are constantly troubled by food poisoning. No, not food poisoning. Food poisoning comes from the poison from the food. But people who get regular, stomach abscess, that's a brilliant product. But also aloe vera, because it helps with the digestive system, and almost 70% of the body's immunity comes from the digestive system. It means it's also a very good immune modulator. So it's a product that I highly encourage. Take it every day. And it's an amazing product for detox. So if you want to do cleansing, and we all need to cleanse today, and one of the signs that you need cleansing is if you feel sluggish during the day while you shouldn't, you have slept 7 hours, but you still wake up tired. There are people who get pimples just because of the toxins they have. There are people who have constant headaches just because of the toxins that they have. Once you start take aloe vera gel, I'm telling you, your energy will be up there on the roof. You'll be able to do a lot of things. I mean, we can talk a lot about aloe vera gel, but I'll tell you for a fact, it's the most important product that you can use in Forever. We also have products that come from the bees. That's another range of products. We also have some amazing nutritional products. I'm sure if you see absorbency, this is absorbency, which is basically our vitamin C. It was sold out almost the whole world. It was sold out. You know why? Because of the corona pandemic. Everybody wanted to get some vitamin C so that they can support their immunity better. And that's why I want you to see the potential in this business, because we are at a time right now, the whole world right now has gotten an awakening when it comes to their health. The whole world right now. As a matter of fact, in my 13 years of doing Forever, I have never had people looking for me as they do right now. All the while, I had to be the one chasing people to come buy from me. And now people are calling me, Enos, do you have something for this? Enos, do you have it? Because there is an awakening right now for the immunity. There's an awakening right now for people who want to take better care of their health. And speaking about health, I can't leave out weight management, because weight management, I mean, that's an area that has got huge potential. Weight management, huge potential. And the number of people that want to lose weight is big, and it's getting bigger and bigger. I mean, if you think about 5 of your friends, I'm sure 1 or 2 needs to lose weight. So if you have products that can help with weight loss, I mean, you have an assured market there. That's my wife. She lost weight while breastfeeding. So if you're looking for a very safe package for weight loss while someone is breastfeeding, we got it. And we have got some special packs of products that come in fully packed, ready to support anybody that wants to lose weight. And then I'm always happy when I'm assisting people on their weight loss journey. Like right now, I've got 2 people that are using this first package, which is a 9 days cleansing program. And I'm just so excited because of the way they're giving me the feedback. One of them just texted me to say, Enos, I can't believe, I used to have crazy cravings, but nowadays I'm just on day 4 and I feel like my cravings are controlled. And I'm like, wow, that's amazing. But why cravings sometimes are up there on the roof is because of the toxins that we have in our body. And if you use this 9 days program called C9, most of the times people lose between 2 to 5 kgs. And that's not just losing the weight, but also you've thoroughly cleansed your body. And if you want to lose some more weight, you can go for the 15 days program. And I want you to think business. So when you say yes to this opportunity, it means you have access to all these amazing products. And I mean, you're already surrounded by lots of people that could use this product. So all you need to do is learn how to get the information to them. And that's where our mentorship comes in, because we know this is something new to you. You're not just going to wake up tomorrow and know how to market these products. And that's why we have a special coaching program, mentorship program that you can use to market these products, because people are getting results. And if products are working and they're safe, I mean, what else do we need? We just need some ideas on how we can get them in front of more people. This is a good friend of mine. It's called Said. He lost about 20 kgs. Look at how chubby was here on the left, and look at how nice and masculine he is here on the right. I mean, we all have people in our lives right now that they're becoming more round days by day. You know, every time you meet them, they're becoming more round. And if you have products that can help them, I mean, that's just brilliant. That's just amazing. You know, all these are people that have benefited from our products. And just thinking about the kind of benefits that you can get with our products. We've got skincare range of products, you know, all this opens up a huge opportunity. I want you to imagine, you know, when you're starting this business, you get to decide which products do you want to focus on. No one is going to decide it for you. And you have also access to all these products. So you might be focusing on personal care products like a toothpaste, deodorants, lip balms, and then you get a customer that maybe is hypertensive and is looking for something to support his health with his hypertension. You know, we've got products. We've got so many men right now with the challenges. We all know the biggest men's challenge. We all know it. And we have got a product that helps with that. And it sells like crazy. It sells like crazy. So, I mean, the potential is huge. So all in all, you have access to all these products, and you decide how far you want to go with them. And looking at the possibilities is you can either just buy the products and sell them, and you can make quite a decent income just by doing that. Or you can go the whole way. You can say, okay, I'm going to buy and sell, but I'm also going to introduce other people to do what I'm doing. And that way it means I will be maximizing on this business. It means I'll be getting income in two ways. I'll be getting an income as a profit when I sell, but I'll also be getting an income as a bonus, as a percentage from the people that I've brought in, and you get to decide. And I know for a fact, you know, most of the times we worry, you know, how will I be able to get these customers? We understand that. And if I remind myself when I was getting started, I'm telling you, I was so scared of how will I get customers for these products, mainly because I was surrounded by my fellow students who sometimes cannot even afford in dollar. It's like a $2 meal is extremely expensive for them. And now I've got products here. Some of them they sell for $5, $10. How will I get them to be my customers? And this is what I came to realize. When it comes to people buying something, they look at two things. They look at the price and they look at the value. What do they get from that? And if they feel like what they're getting is worth paying for, then they will go and buy. So when I got started, I started first to approach the people that I know. And we have a way to assist you, because we know sometimes the people you know might be the hardest to approach. You know, they might be sarcastic on you. So we have a way to assist you in that. As a matter of fact, we normally run special meetings, which are only aiming at helping you to get customers from the people that you know. We call them business launches, whereby when you get started, we'll help you identify the people that you know. We'll invite them somewhere. Now, because of Corona, now we don't do them physical, we do them online. So we'll do an online launch for you, whereby we will be the ones explaining the products to your friends and relatives. And that way they will get to understand them and hear about them from someone who really knows them, and they can easily be customers. But again, sometimes, you know, maybe you don't know so many people for whatever reason, you know, you don't want to approach the people that you know. That's fine. We have a way to show you how you can approach brand new people. And as a matter of fact, even if you know a lot of people, imagine I'm 13 years in the business, that means I've pretty much approached a lot of my friends and relatives. So the only way for me to continue growing is to make sure that I've got brand new people. And getting brand new people is important. You know, even churches, you know, you might see a church, it's full, it's packed, but that church is still marketing itself, because they know every day there are some who are leaving. So there's always a way where you can bring in new people, and we will coach you on how you can do that as well. And most of the people these days, they prefer social media. So we've got social media tools that you can use that will enable you to expand your market to brand new people that you have never ever met before. And that's just amazing. And then we have people that joined our business from very tough beginnings, and they use social media, and they've grown amazingly. They've come from humble, like this guy here called Venus. I mean, he he didn't even go to school that much. He ended at very low levels. He was in upcountry, a city in Tanzania called Bukoba. I don't mind the name. But later on, when life was tough to him, he migrated to Dar es Salaam, which is like the Lusaka of Zambia. And he started doing a lot of petty businesses here and there. You know, this is the guy here with the cup there. You know, he started, you know, trying out a couple of things, and life wasn't so good. And then somewhere along the way, he bumped into Forever. He met this brilliant guy called Wilbard, who introduced him to Forever. And Venus loved the business. The only problem for him was, who will he sell to? Looking at the people around him, I mean, he can't even see who can afford the products. So he was afraid, but he said, let me get in. And we told him, don't worry. We have a way that you can actually generate a brand new market for this product. So we coached him, and he started using Instagram. And now he's someone who is making over 1 million a month. 1 million, if I put it in US dollars, like $400 every month, which I bet that's like maybe about, how much would that be, kwacha? About 6,000 kwacha every month, you know? So he's making a decent income just by marketing these products. I mean, isn't that brilliant? Using what? Using social media. And this is all this income here that's written here is 100% from only retailing the products. And because the system that we are using is duplicatable, so even you join in, you know, we'll show you exactly what we do with others, and you can just plug into the system and you can get the same result. So we have another student there, that's a second year student who is also making a very decent income. As a student, if you're a student today and you can make about, let's say in kwacha, about 7,500 kwacha a month, 7,500 kwacha a month, I bet that's some good money. Every month, 7,500 kwacha, that's good income. And that's the kind of profit that this guy is making just from marketing the products. And I'll tell you a story of another brilliant lady. This lady called Teddy. I introduced her to the business December 2016. So 2017, she joined. Her first year in the business, she managed to save about 80,000 kwacha. First year in the business, guys, 80,000 kwacha first year in the business. Second year in the business, she saved some more money. Third year in the business, she bought herself that car. Now, all these stories that I've shared with you up to this point, all these benefits are just from one stream of income, which is retailing the products. And guess what? That's not all. You can choose to go for more money. You can choose to go for also building a big business. And I know I've shared a couple of stories from people in Tanzania. Now, I want to bring a lady here from Zambia. And I met this lady not so long ago. And I've been seeing how she's pushing her business. And I'm super excited with what she's doing. And what I love is the fact that she's actually building this business part-time. So if you're listening to this meeting and you're a guest and you're employed somewhere, then this is the person that you need to listen to, because she's building her business part-time. She's working for the government of Zambia, building her Forever business part-time, and yet she is making it very well. So I want you to join me in welcoming Diana, aka Natasha. You know, she has got two names. You know, Diana, are you ready to share with us your story? I will invite Diana, and she will share with us how she has managed to get started in this business, what got her interested to get started. So Diana, you're welcome. You're welcome, Natasha.
Good evening, team. Good evening, everyone. Are you able to hear me?
Yes, loud and clear.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Coach. It's amazing how you present every day differently. I'm just so blessed to be connected to such a wonderful coach.
Thank you.
Good evening, team. Good evening, team. Good evening, everyone. I welcome you. My name's Natasha Diana Kapili, Mrs. Mbepa, a wife and a mother of 5 boys. So you can imagine how it is. And also, I'm working for the Zambian Air Force. I was introduced to this business by a total stranger that I met on Facebook. Actually, she sent me a message that was in 2017 on the 29th of April.
Wow.
She inboxed me. I remember so well because I just pinched
Details.
myself to say, why did I do it right there and then?
Hmm.
So she sent me a text. She said, you look open-minded and can I share this opportunity with you? But I looked at it and I ignored it. I I ignored it, but I took time to start following her. And whilst I was ignoring her, she kept on changing her lifestyle. And working for the government the way it is, like most people, we live a life of pretense. You get paid, but it's not enough. You buy a car and that's it. You get a loan. Very few people get cars like with just their cash money. It's most of us, we just get cars. You're driving a car and then they're deducting from your pay slip and you find that your take home is nothing. So I needed something that will give me a peace of mind, even when it's month end or without month end, I can still visit the shop. So I went back to the message that I ignored. And if I tell you that I only got back, the first message she sent was on 29th of April, and I only responded in um, in May. I went back and said, tell me about the business. So she shared the opportunity, but again, I was like, can I do it? And then the other thing that made me fail a bit, because I had to start consulting people and people who had little knowledge about the business Forever Living. So after she shared the business, the first person I went to was my husband. And I shared to say, there's this baby, I'm interested. I think I would love to try it. And he laughed at me to say, no, you can't make it. This person is far away. She's in South Africa. How is she going to help you? And again, I was discouraged. But after some few months, even in my discouragement state, when I checked her lifestyle, this lady was now flying. She went to Dallas, and I think she came back with a check of 48,000 US dollars. And I inboxed her to say, can you please share the business again? That's when she was very patient. I think she shared everything, and I took a step to join. And when I joined that, I'm now 2 years in the business, and I'm a supervisor. So when I joined the business, I built a team, and we were so excited. Then I relaxed a bit. And whilst in the time I was not paying much attention to the business, I became broke again. Then early this year, I took my business seriously. I said, I need to research, I need to learn more, and that's what I did. And believe me, from January, I had a baby who was just like 3 months, but I told myself, I'm not going to wait for this baby to grow. I need to understand what this business is all about. And I thank God that I have so much support from all over, from you in Tanzania, my coach in SA, the Mabasos. I have leaders even in Zambia who phone calls away, whatever I want to find out. They are there to help, and that's how come I've changed from February this year. I've not missed my 4cc that you can only understand that language when you're in the business. I've not missed, and I'm making tremendous profits, such that I do not worry on when is the government paying us. And with this COVID-19 period, it's like, I don't want to say I'm excited of this disease. It has just brought the new thing that I never knew I can do. I've I've made so much profit that I don't queue. In Zambia, there is a tendency where when the government workers are getting paid, everyone will know, because the queues will be from here to the end. I I get paid from my profits, and from my team also. On the 15th, I'm getting paid. So I'm really making like, from my profits, I'm making about 7,000 just from the selling. And then from my team building also, that comes in the middle of the month. So life has just been so different this 2020, and I'm so excited and looking forward to changing my life. So the other thing is the other thing that has really helped me to move forward is my slogan. My slogan is, where you see yourself is where God will put you. So I had to sit down and rewrite my why. I had to have a clear picture of what I want to achieve. I had to think, where do I want to see myself in the next 6 months or so. So that thing has helped me push my business to another level. Of course, with the help of my coaches like you and everyone who's been very supportive.
Wow, wow. I'm excited, Natasha. I'm seriously excited. And I'll tell you for a fact, everybody that's listening to this meeting, I didn't just bring Natasha to speak with us out of nowhere. I've seen how our business is changing, and it is all a result of a decision. And I'm pretty sure if anybody in this meeting makes a decision, if you're a guest today, when you make a decision to get in the business, there will be support. And one day, I can promise you, one day, and not even so long, just a few days to come, we're going to see you here on this slide. We're going to have your name and your picture here, and you'll be sharing with us your story and how Forever is transforming your life. And guess what? The thing with Forever is, if someone's life is changing, if today Natasha's business is booming, it's only because she's helping other people, either health-wise or financially. And that's just brilliant and amazing. And when I think of Forever in that way, I mean, this goes way beyond the business now. And I'm happy, Natasha, I can hear your kids, so I know you're at home. So if there's a mother here in this meeting and you're looking for something flexible, something that you can do around all the chores with the kids at home, you can do it. I mean, I see that a lot from my wife as well. She, during this Corona time, she has been at home almost full time, and she's doing crazy, crazy, crazy sales. I mean, she's selling more than me from home, and that's just amazing. So thank you very much, Natasha. I truly, truly appreciate you taking your time and sharing your story with us, and I hope it has blessed someone. And if anybody here feels like this story of Natasha has blessed you, now it's time for you to go and take some actions. And there are lots and lots and lots of other stories around the world. Lots and lots of other people that have changed their lives through Forever. From some from grass to grace, some they're already fantastic and they moved to even amazing stuff. The lady here on the picture that you're seeing there, Blandina, I studied with her actually at the university. And one day while we were still studying on our final year, I told her about Forever because I joined when I was still a student. And then she said, no, so I'm not interested. I want to work for big companies. I said, okay, fine. She went on and she worked for a big company. She worked for Vodacom. Vodacom is the biggest telecom company in Tanzania. But she was working on the customer care agent, but it was still Vodacom. Those people pick calls. Thank you for calling Vodacom. My name is Blandina. How can I help you? And then she went on and moved to work to another company, and she joined Forever when she was working on that other company. And very sadly, which turned out to be a blessing in disguise. The company that she was working with went bankrupt. So just one day, she woke up in the morning, went to office, dressed up normally. You get in the office, and then the boss is there saying, guys, we've closed down the office, so pack everything and go. Just like that. And luckily, she was already in Forever. So she continued with Forever. Within 5 years, she bought this amazing machine, brand new. And I'm telling you, I don't know about the UK or the US, but in Tanzania, to buy a brand new Jeep Cherokee within 5 years of building a business is no joke. And it's not only her, lots of other ladies have done amazing things. I know we've heard from Veronica Kundia a couple of times. You know, she's a Tanzanian who is now living in South Africa. How amazing is that? Why? Because she's in a business where she can choose to live anywhere. I'm in Tanzania, but if one day I say, hey, I want to spend 5 years in Dubai, I simply go to Dubai, get an apartment, and I start to build my business there. It is that flexible. You get to decide. We have amazing testimonies from Zambia. Those three vibrant machines that you are seeing there, they're owned by Mr. and Mrs. Damaseke. And I always like to talk about Mildred, the wife of Mr. Damaseke, because when I think about how she got into the business, it's just crazy. You know, I used to go to Zambia back in 2008, and I would do meetings at Mulungushi, and she was working there, but she wasn't interested. And later on, she got interested, and she decided to join the business, and she has transformed her life. I mean, she used to stay in that tiny house there, and now they're living in such a mansion. Life has completely changed. You know, we have people in Tanzania that have achieved amazing, great things. This is a couple, a family in Tanzania who have also managed to completely change their lives. This is me and my wife. That's where we stay, and we, you know, we thank God for this lifestyle. Honestly, I mean, the house is at the beach. I mean, we open the door, we enter the ocean straight. So we thank God for this. And I'm not bragging, but I just want to make a point here that 13 years ago, I didn't have capital to get started, and look at where we are today. And where do you want to go with this business? Maybe your testimony might be different from mine, but where do you want to go? What is it that is important to you? Is it traveling? You'll get to travel a lot, because Forever also offers free travelings. Every year we get to travel, you know, and when we go for these travelings, the vacations that Forever treks us, the retreats are simply, they're splendid. I'm telling you. This was last year. We're in Stockholm. It was my first time to be in Sweden. I think it was my first time to be in Scandinavian countries. Yeah, it was my first time. It was a beautiful experience. Over 10,000 Forever business owners from all over around the world. Isn't that exciting? This year, we were to go to the amazing Australia, but you know, Corona did its crazy things and we didn't get to go. In October, we had another trip to the Bahamas, but that one also had to be canceled. Damn, that's painful, you know. But guess what? Next year, we are going to Sydney, Australia again. And just today, I was having a chat with some of the people that are in the business who have the potential to qualify for the trip to Australia. And you can get a fully paid trip to this destination. Isn't that crazily amazing, guys? I don't know even what to say, guys. This is just awesome. And just to top it all up, you know, this is like the icing on the cake, you know. Now, let me go back again. You know, I said Forever gives you two major incomes: the profit when you sell, and then you've got the bonuses that you get paid every month. Now we have this something extra, this icing on the cake, which is called the chairman's bonus. Now this is a special bonus that Forever gives you at the end of the year, separate from what you got paid each and every month. And when I heard about this potential, this opportunity to be paid at the end of the year, it's like I'm a shareholder of Forever. I said, okay, let me run for it. And the first time I ever got a chairman's bonus check was 2010. I got $6,000. I think you've heard from Natasha that when she saw the people that introduced her to the business, the Mabassos, when she saw them getting a 40,000 something check, she said, okay, I'm in. You know, money has a way to change people's minds. She said, I'm in. You know, our first check was 6,000. 2015, we got our biggest check ever, 310,000. You know, it still feels like, you know, I'm trembling when I see this figure, you know, because in 2007, I was shown these testimonies, you know, of people in the US, in the Western countries, holding big checks. And the only thing I said, come on, guys, you know, maybe in the Western countries, you guys are sugarcoat. It's not possible, but it happened to me. So I don't know what's going on in your mind right now. If you're a guest, I bet probably one of the things that's running in your mind is, how do I even trust this guy that I don't even see? I'm only hearing his voice. How do I even know if he looks like? Do you want me to put on the video? I'm not going to put on the video. You don't know what I'm dressing right now or not. So all in all, I love the fact that this business can transform anyone's life, and you get to decide how far you want to go with this business. It's simply amazing. I'm having a ton of fun when I'm building this business. Even this meeting I'm doing, I know it's a serious business meeting, but I'm also enjoying it, and I think that's one of the things that I love about Forever. And look at these other checks. You know, that was the top check in the whole of Africa last year, from the Nkobile and Presim Seleku. And this year, these guys have become the number one in Africa again. Crazy, crazy figures. That was number one in the world for last year. And whenever I speak about chairman's bonus, I will always speak about this amazing couple in Zambia, because they have received so far 8 years consecutively. They've been receiving chairman's bonus checks, 8 years consecutively, every year. Look at all these figures. Look at all these every year. And this is the latest one. This year, guys, this is this year. Just April this year, 2020, they were actually to be jetted off all the way to Australia to receive a check of that of $6,000. But because of Corona, we had to do an online event instead. But you still get the money, so it is all good, you know. So it's amazing. It's amazing how this business can take anyone who is willing to learn. If you're here and you're willing to learn, it is possible. And the only thing that I might ask you right now is, what do you really want for yourself? Do you want to start being in a business that at least has the potential to make you a big business owner? Because it's a fact, most people today are doing businesses that have got zero potential to make them big business owners, zero potential. But you at least have that chance by being in Forever. How much money? What would an extra 7,000 kwacha a month do for you? What would an extra, you've heard Natasha, she's employed and still making a profit over 7,000 kwacha a month. We've seen students making over 7,000 kwacha a month. Now, what will that income do to you? When do you want to start earning that money? Do you want to start next year? Do you want to wait a bit like Natasha? Or when do you want to get started? And I'll tell you for a fact, when you get started, when you say, okay, Enos, I'm in, I'm joining in, I'll tell you, one of the reasons why people fail in our business is because they lack patience. Be patient. When you get started, be patient with yourself. Give yourself time to learn. Give yourself time to understand. But this is not like accounting or engineering where you need to learn it first and then you get to do it later. No, this is business. We learn as we are doing. But most people who fail in our business is because they lack patience. And then we have people who fail in our business because they're unwilling to learn, or sometimes they learn from the wrong people. Now, if you learn from this guy on how to protect yourself from Corona, you are done. You are learning from the wrong person. I mean, if you want to be a pilot, it will be an error, a big error, if you go ask, a motorcycle guy about, should I be a pilot or not? That would be an error. You know, you should be learning from the right people. But sometimes people just fail in this business because they don't have dreams. They lack dreams. That's the reason why they fail. And if I look, I sum it all up, most of the times it's simply because of fear. It's only fear that's causing most people today to fail. And if I think of fear, whenever I think of fear, I always feel this video explains fear more than anything else. I hope it's clear on your side. Look at that kid. Oh my God, she's crying. I'm about to drown. I'm about to drown. I'm about to drown. Oops. All the boy needed was just to stand up. That's how most people today, allow fear to affect them. You look at Forever and you start to, project a lot of fears in your mind, but all those fears are not real. Don't allow that fear. And at this point, I just want to thank you all so much for your time, for being up until the end. And I want to encourage you, if you want to get started in this business, get started right away. If you don't want to get started in this business, start to enjoy the products right away. Whatever it is, start it right away. Let me say thank you all so very much. And what you should do at the end of this meeting, simply contact the person that invited you to this presentation and that person will guide you on how you can get started. There will be a form to fill, which you can fill online, or you can fill a physical form, and that person will also guide you on which products you can start with. And then we'll be guided on how you can actually make your purchases and get started, and we start working together and make money together. And then on top of all of that, you will be attending trainings. Every Tuesday, we have a training online dedicated for people who are in the business, where we're going to train you more on how exactly you can talk to people, how you can attract people to your social media pages, all those things that you need them in order for you to grow your retail business. So thank you all so very much. And let me wish you all an amazing 2020. And let me remind you, we are halfway 2020. So you better pull your socks up and look at your New Year's resolutions and get running towards them. Thank you all so very much. And I wish you all an amazing time. We have come to the end of the meeting. Sadly, we have to end. Can you imagine? We have to end. Thank you very much. And I see you all at the top. Thank you.